You folks that get those headaches all the time, I feel for y'all. I really do. So I'm going to talk about a few of the herbs that I would use for some of the headache stuff. I think I'd gone through this before, but never hurts to go through it again. Feverfew is an herb that we use a whole lot. It's really good for vascular integrity. Sometimes you've got a headache because the veins are real tight. Sometimes you've got a headache because they get really big and there's a big influx of blood flow in there. But the feverfew likes to just help to kind of balance that out. I like to couple it with things like peppermint or spearmint because it's invigorating and it moves stuff around, and it also kind of calms an irritated belly if you've got like a digestive issue. Some people get real nauseous when they get headaches or migraines. I like to also put it with things like white willow, just because white willow has a lot of like anti-inflammatory and pain relieving properties, so using white willow seems to work good. And it also has a little bit of like a blood thinning property, so if we're dehydrated in there and the blood pressure is kind of working a little hard to pump that blood through, then I feel like the white willow would probably help in that capacity as well. And then you can use some anti-inflammatory type herbs just to bring down systemic inflammation and swelling in that area. So we could pick things like yucca. I like yucca. Yucca has these natural steroidal type properties to reduce inflammation, but you don't get any adverse side effects. And then turmeric and ginger, those always go good. And again, the ginger and the turmeric are also digestive, so they'll help if there's an underlying nausea that's going on with it as well. I think those types of things usually work pretty good, to be honest with you. And I'd also probably pick some things good bioflavonoid wise, like amla berries or camu camu or something like that, and then get hydrated. So a lot of people get headaches and migraines because they're chronically dehydrated. So one of the easiest ways to do that is get something that's very mineral rich, because minerals are about hydration, and minerals and electrolytes, that's synonymous. And so we want to hydrate the body. And so you could do something like a liquid trace minerals. You could end up getting a powdered electrolyte mix. You could do some sea moss or some bladderwrack or some kelp or just something that's got a lot of minerals in there, and get you some water in the system, because then what that does is helps to give us more volume in the blood, which means, and hydrate it, which means that it flows nicer. It's not thick, dense blood trying to pump through. Get you a little massage going on if you can, stretch your neck and move around a little bit. Maybe do some meditation or something, some breathing to just chill you down, because that's known to help to reduce elevated blood pressures. And maybe you have a headache for that reason. Close your eyes, go in a darker room if you can. There's a lot of different things, but I just wanted to touch on the things that we might end up doing for like headaches and migraines. And that's some of the things that I would do.